Welcome to the lands between Tarnished. Please introduce yourselves.
I was once a leader of the Fire Monks, a powerful sorcerer with a mysterious past shrouded in darkness. Chaos led me astray. In a pursuit for strength, I mastered the Black Flame, a rare and dangerous form of magic. With this power, I will forge my own path in the lands between. I have advancements in wisdom and dexterity. Call me Raze.
Oh, I love the twists and turns that chaos can take on one's once stable mind.
Of course you would say that, Sleepy Joe. Your mind hasn't been stable since the 20th century.
I remember when Boatyard Jones would chase us young boys around with his fishhook hand. Our bellies would writhe in pain from fear and laughter.
Welcome, Raze. All right, next.
A tactful and intelligent vagabond with a lust for magic and a desire for truth. I set my sights on the Erd tree to uncover the secrets that lie beneath its golden leaves. I possess boosts in strength and intelligence. I am Joe.
I am the lost son of Moog. I too have a thirst for blood. I wield a very balanced Chinese sword, and I also have a companion that is with me whenever there is a boss. You could say he is my clone, a mini-me. He mimics my every move. I receive a boost in charisma, seeing how I am the most handsome, masculine, and humble man in these lands.
Of course, this godskin-looking ass would use mimic tear and rivers of blood. People like you single-handedly ruined PvP for months and made a mockery of the natural progression Miyazaki paved for us.
It's not that deep, Joe. The Moon Veil was even more annoying due to its poise break and distance. At least he...
And in my other hand, I wield the strong and mighty Moon Veil to slice through the foes.
What the fuck?
Donald, what is your hero's name?
Radagon Jr.
Pick a name, you orange chode.
Ragadan. Sneak my name in there while keeping the theme of every character in this game, starting with the same 3 letters. Shit is confusing as fuck.
The names are not hard to remember. Must be hard separating Elden Ring characters from failed promises to our great nation.
You're the last one to talk about memory, you dementia-ridden bastard.
Listen, guys, I got elk thawing on the counter, and if it hits room temp, I'm a dead man.
Let's just start the story.
Thanks, Obama.
Call me Raze.
Okay. We find our friends in the ruins of Caelid. The smoldering streets crumble. The sky is dark. They walk quietly as to not alert monstrous dogs and crows as they feast on rotting flesh.
I hate those pricks.
Joe.
A knight's cavalry patrols the streets. He wields a giant mace. Raze, Ragadan, and Joe sneak to a decrepit building just off the path. Will you attack this guard head-on, or will you use your stealth to evade its patrol? Either choice will result in a roll.
Well, guys, there's 3 of us and only one.
Ragadan jumps off the roof of the drone strike shack and procs bleed on the cavalry and his steed. They both bleed out instantly, and the boys are granted 1 million runes.
God damn it.
You're asking a lot to kill a boss with 1 bleed proc. With your loadout and ability boosts, you'll need an 18 or higher for this to work.
Ah, fuck.
A 12. While your blade does indeed proc bleed, your poise is broken and you are launched across the street by the hooves of your foe. The cavalry is now aware of Raze and Joe, and while you writhe in pain, he swings his mace towards Joe's skull.
I use my quick wits to cast a glintstone arc at his chest, stunning him with just enough time to reposition.
Yeah, sure, quick wits.
You'll need a 9 or higher, Joe, or else your brain and bones will turn to paint. It's a 16. Your spell is successful and you knock the knight backwards, stunning him momentarily. Ragadan is now being surrounded by monstrous dogs and crows as his loud groans have alerted all nearby creatures.
I finish off the knight's cavalry with my dark flameblade incantation, turning him into literal worm food, pussy ass.
And I summon my good friend, a true American hero, Mimic Tier.
This is a no summoning zone. Did you even play the game?
Skill issue.
We will start with Raze. The cavalry is already weak, so you'll need a 10 or higher. As for you, Ragadan, you'll need a 19 or higher, seeing how this is a no-summon zone, and the health it would take to summon Mimic would literally kill you.
Give me that shit, boy. Snake eyes.
This game is not bipartisan. A fucking 5, how in the hell?
I'll save this sad lard, you Margot-looking ass. I take the aggro from Ragadan and slowly take down the dogs and crows with a mix of magic and strength.
Use one of your sleep pots. I'm sure they are buried deep in your pockets next to those old Werther's candies.
Guys, shut the fuck up.
Joe has great vitality, and his boost in strength will help his chances. A 12 or higher will do the trick. It's a 12. Joe narrowly defeats the swarm of enemies with the help of Raze and what's left of Ragadan.
What the fuck do you mean, what's left?
The cavalry's steed punted a hole clean through your loins.
Oh, good heavens.
So, Ragadan's been bleeding out on the street while we've been big chillin' taking down bad guys. And you forgot to mention he's literally 4/5 of what he was 5 minutes ago.
I'm not going to cap. I took an edible like 20 minutes before we started.
I use my charisma to convince myself that I'm fine and I can battle with my friends like normal.
You have a hole in you.
I don't even know what you would need to roll to make this happen. Well, it's an 8, so we don't need to worry about it. Aragadon attempts to stand, but collapses to the ground immediately. While there are no enemies left, the pain remains as the men try to mend their partner's wounds.
A partner? I don't swing like that, cowboy.
You are literally dying, and this is what you care about?
I feel it is necessary to clarify.
I use my dark flame to cauterize the wound and stop the bleeding.
With your proficiencies in wisdom, you'll need a 14 or better.
Oh fuck, I'm gonna be a donut man.
You're already a donut man, you fat fuck.
At this point, I don't know how you're still alive.
Him or me?
Both, actually.
Ragadon's eyes start to glaze over as he heads up for that big old Erd tree in the sky.
Fortunate sun playing in the background.
Oh, I call upon thee, great Erd tree. Grant me your blessing just this once, and I will live for you for all my days. Grant me the strength to renew this beast. Let life flow through its veins like the river flows through your luscious grounds.
I'll pretend that wasn't a backhanded resurrection.
Let him insult you or float into space.
Joe calls upon the highest order, and his message is received. He is in good fortune and will need a 16 or higher.
Hurry up and roll, Joe. I think I can see your son.
Not cool, Donald.
Ragadon.
It's
A 16.
I'm back, baby.
Joe graces his hands upon the flesh of the dying, his touch, firm yet graceful. Just as the life begins to fade, it is awoken with a new flame. Ragadon begins to toss and turn, a sense of awareness.
Hold the fuck up. My blessing was not to be bestowed upon that decaying Oompa Loompa. I want Horsey. Give me my little steed so I can pet it and ride it and feed it apples to devour in one bite. So silly.
I'm kind of chill with this.
This is horse shit.
No, I'll show you horse shit after I feed this little guy a bushel of apples.
As our adventures lose one of their own, they gain another. Rays, Joe, and...
Mr. Horsey Hoof.
I'm never playing this shit again. I could be Diamond 1 by now.
L plus ratio plus shut the fuck up and let Rogan finish.
Rays, Joe, and Mr. Horsey Hooves continue their trek through the dark, desolate streets of K-Lid. The roaring dragons can be heard bellowing nearby. They are safe, for now.
What a great story. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Joe, this didn't happen at all.
I'm going back home. Mom made pizza rolls and scandal starts in like a half hour.
It was a pleasure, guys. Thanks for letting me host this campaign.
Don't mention it, Rogan. Joe, let's go upstairs. I want to show you my dad's magazine stash.
What a treat that will be. I remember when Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press. He was always such a know-it-all in high school.